And for 1 year, you slept inside your van.
Yeah, I bought a van from an uncle.
Tell us about that story.
Yeah, so after that itself, right, of course you won't be staying in university anymore. So
Right.
I slept in a few different various places lah. At the sometimes it's like sometimes I have the office key, I'll just work until late night, just sleep in office if I need to. The reason why I didn't rent a place at time is I don't have any fixed income. It's not enough to pay a rental, especially Bandar area. Going back and forth it doesn't make more sense to me. It's a waste of time, and I tend to be dozed off at night time if too late already. And there was a time that I remember that very well that I really dozed off and I almost got into an accident. That was like oh shoot, I shouldn't be doing this.
Right.
That I was finding a lot of ways to ever possible. So one of it is that I got a bigger van is because number one, I can sleep in the van if I need to. That's the reason why I get a
So
van.
you have mattress in the van?
Yeah, I mean I don't know. This estima, you just bend the whole thing, it become a bed already. Yeah, the seat can be changed. Yeah, it can be done. They make it that way. I think it's built for that purpose. Yeah, so it was estima that time. I bought from an uncle. I use it. Yeah, so I stay a few places. I stay in office. You know, sleep on the floor. Just so next day that I will not waste much time.
Does anyone know about it? Sleeping in the office?
No.
So it was all secret.
Yeah. It was. I work late until late, but I have the key, so I just sleep.
So
over.
no one knows that you slept in the van as well.
No.
Not your parents.
I thought it was normal. My dad did.
You thought it was normal.
Yeah, I thought it was normal. My dad did. My dad was not pretty much furious with me that time. I remember
He found out
because he was a driver that time. He was working as a driver after that, right? And then there was one time that just to save fuel, okay, I purposely parked in front of a fuel station at Jerudong. It's closed already. Okay, so that the next day, because for me, sleeping in, try to distance, I try to save money on petrol. That's it. I think petrol is eat a lot of, especially traveling as an insurance agent. Yeah, petrol. So there was a one night that I actually parked outside Jerudong station. I didn't know that my dad actually was driving someone up, and then so he saw me and gave me a call. What are you doing? I said, oh, nothing. I sleep in the car. So he was pretty furious with me. Yeah, but after that it was okay. Yeah, I just remember there was that moment only. But I didn't take it into heart. For me, it's like it's okay when he's furious. My dad has a bad temper anyway.
You also one of your favorite places is near the university hall.
Oh yeah, the hostel where I used to stay.
Because
there's no guard, and then the shower room can be used. The washing machine can also be used there.
So, it does make sense when you make all those phone calls that you're so persistent because, it doesn't hurt. Just phone call.
Yeah,
it's nothing, right?
Yeah,
you have seen harder lives. Yeah.
I wouldn't say I have seen harder life. I don't compare. I only felt that this is normal. It doesn't hurt me. Put it that way. Yeah, I think there was a time that I always think, but this is very childish thinking. Like it's like, okay, what I'm having here is just outside. It doesn't hurt my inner self. That's it. Yeah, I said, okay, I have a soul there. It doesn't hurt my soul. Then it's alright. So I just call only. It's just outer. People throw. It just doesn't hit me inside. That was my thought only. Yeah.
A big part of your growth and development comes from, investing in training. In insurance courses, conferences, so on and so forth. Tell me about the value of education.
That education hit me was in 2011 when I first attended my very first conference call. That time I was very skeptical. But to me, it's like, okay, this is a
conference call or conference?
Conference. Yeah, sorry about that. It was in Singapore, so it's something to do with the insurance related one. After that, it's like, initially I'm quite skeptical because I was forced to go. I have to pay for the fee. Like, oh, you're in our agency, you must go. So we actually attended it, and I was very skeptical. To me, it's just another one of those sales things, teaching you how to sell, and indeed it does. So the first two speakers talking about sales and everything, have your own target and stuff, is like I'm pretty much feel that it's about teaching you all these skills.
So you can watch it on YouTube for free. Why
do you go for it? Right. But then the third speaker actually spoke something different. That was my current mentor. Has been mentoring me for the past 7-8 years now. Yeah, he's mentioned the topic about his topic that time was about 365-day MDRT. But what I heard from him was just basically a very small dash of life. That part hits me very hard. That I asked myself that, hey, is this how I'm going to doing for the next 60 years or 30 years in the industry until I'm old? Then it was the time that everything changed. Yeah. So I approached him.
What did he say?
He just basically said one thing on the tombstone. Okay, usually what do people see? There are two dates. normal people is your name and your dates, right? But why are the dates so important on the tombstone? The date of birth and the date of a person's departure. The date of birth is where people will cry tears of joy, like parents, my firstborn, all those kind of things. Happiness all over the air. Then the date of a person's departure is where there are sadness going on. Whether is it going to be 1 week, 1 week, after that long forgotten. What have you done in that small little dash that it shine out so much that people remember the legacy you passed down? That part hits me a lot. That part made me feel that yes, I want to be a person of significant. Along the way that hey, I will whatever this opportunity, I will jump into it. To learn personal growth. That is for personal growth purpose. Yeah.
And then he sent you a letter.
No, I approached him.
Right. Because you mentioned that very year, you were an MDRT.
Yeah, that was that was like in 2014.
Oh, so you have known him for a
I've known him. Before that, I didn't even know who he was. I didn't even know that he was the upcoming president, Brian Hackett.
Brian Hackett.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't even know that he was the upcoming president. I know nothing about him at all. I just know that this guy, he spoke of something that I felt is very close to my heart, and I approached him. Only I get to know only in 3 years later when he invited me I thought he invited me as a special guest to MDRT it was in Anaheim that time. So I thought it's just a special guest only. So I didn't know that after I attended there, I was treated very, very uniquely and very special. With all those video conference and everything. I said, oh, it's all MDRT being treated like that. Then they said, no, it's because of Brian. Then I get to know that he was the upcoming president of MDRT.
Right.
So that part taught me about stay humble.
Right.
3 years, he didn't tell me anything at all. I just thought that, he's just another guy which I like, why not I just communicate with him?
Right.
Yeah. Then on the 4th year, because 2 years, the closest I hit to MDRT is very short. So there's always one to hit, but it's also something holding me back. But on my 4th year as an insurance agent, he sent me, he's on MDRT tag. The thing he told me is that he kept all his tags since 1987. He's been MDRT qualifier. So he never lose out any. So he hoped that this tag I can deliver back to him personally with my own hand in New Orleans.
Right.
That was the year that I qualified my MDRT within three months' time.
Wow.
Yeah. So
within 3 months?
Within 3 months. Within 3 months, so I cleared my MDRT. So what keeps the determination, I believe, is because there's someone believe in you. And there's someone that... He's someone that I felt when things are going the opposite way, he will be the positive one to pull me up. When things are going down, he'll be the only person that I felt that always believing in pulling me up. Even up until today.
Right.
Yeah, he always strongly believed that I can make a difference. So just with that one person in the world believing in me, it already gave me a lot of encouragement.
So bring us to the moment where you handed him back the badge.
It was good. It was in front of the stage. In front of the stage that I handed him back. Yeah, and he gave
so
me...
was it a stage appearance or?
Not a stage. I approached
so
him.
He was there. Yeah.
Because he was VIP. He had to sit in front. Then I had to sit behind there.
Right.
So that time, I walk to him and just pass him his badge, and that was the first time I experienced a so-called bear hug. So he gave me a very big bear hug. This is how we do it in the US here, a big bear hug. I was like, oh, so this is, being Asian, you never do all this kind of thing. So it was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, he taught me quite a lot of things. Yeah. I think he's very, very humble up until today.